Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 16057 Southwest 2nd Street here in Sherwood. We're located at the right side of the home. Near the decking here, we have a 4-inch ABS cleanout. This will be our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. Right now the line is heading underneath the decking here, heading towards the rear alleyway. Alright, there's a little bit of standing water right here. And it sounds like this line's been having some problems backing up here in the past. There's a belly there. That's not a terribly significant belly. I mean, there's probably, with water running, and this is a hose I have turned on here, there's about an inch and a half of water there, but it was for a pretty short section of the line, and so far the line is extremely clean. There's almost not a speck of debris anywhere in it so far. And my camera is not wanting to pop over this joint here. Try a few more times to get to jump this thing. Unfortunately, the lines meander through a whole bunch of turns before making to this point. And once you've done that, you just lose a lot of your shoving power. We're going to get the water turned off here, let it drain out for a moment so we can have a clearer picture of this joint. Alright, we've got the line pretty much drained out at this point. Unfortunately, this joint here is just perfectly set up so I cannot get past it. And I don't have a very good angle on it either. When I first got out to this thing though, my camera was kind of getting stuck in between the gap here in this joint. There is somewhat of a separation. My camera just has a terrible view of it, unfortunately. And it sounds like this house has been having a lot of backups. Based on what I've seen so far, this right here could be the culprit behind that. But really, all the way out to this point, the line is essentially spotless. It is extremely clean, and I don't see any evidence of debris buildup or a spot where blockages are happening over and over and over again. I am going to go locate this spot right here and see where we're at. Okay, I went located here. The line heads to the rear alleyway, and where I found it is right between... so in reference to this house, I'm talking about this home if I'm looking at the front of the house from the street. And there's two homes here. I'm referring to this house and then the home directly to the right of it. The line heads back, and it's right now is sitting right between the two houses, basically right where the fence line meets the street. That's basically where the camera head is at here. So it makes me wonder if the line here is partied on with a neighbor, because you can see that there is a a Y connection right here at 51 feet as well. So my concern is that there could be a party line with the neighbor here. I would definitely look into that. Make sure that it's a conforming sewer line. The city allows it to be set up this way. But unfortunately, due to the twists and turns here in the line, I'm unable to advance the camera past this point here. So my guess is because it's out in the alleyway already, I doubt that it has a whole lot further to go before reaching the main lateral. But the city should be able to have records of that, be able to tell you how much longer this line goes for. But also if the party line's an issue. And I've marked that with a white X right at this spot here, and that's essentially where the Y connection is as well. No, it's right around 3 feet 6 inches deep there. And I do have the line totally drained out at this point. And when I get back to the clean out here, I'm going to reverse direction and go the other way to make sure that there's nothing obvious back that direction going on. Because based on what I've seen here, it looks like the line's functioning just fine. A line that's having constant backup problems and blockages generally shows a significant amount of debris buildup, especially in the area where the blockage is occurring all the time. There's a little standing water with the line all drained out. That belly that I was mentioning before, there's only maybe 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch there. It's very minimal, and for maybe a couple 2 to 3 feet at most. Not a belly that I would ever peg for causing problems. Normally bellies cause problems when they're 10, 20, 30 feet long and they've got 3 inches of standing water in them. So right now we are heading back into the home. And we're not going to be able to go down every offshoot here. And now we're going vertical. So based on what I can see here, I see absolutely no evidence of an issue that would be leading to blockages on a consistent basis. But unfortunately, without being able to get beyond 52-foot mark, make it all the way to the main, it's possible there's something going on beyond that point, because it does transition from plastic over to it looks like cast iron pipe at that point. There is it looks like the joint is somewhat separated or offset there, so that spot could be, as my camera was not able to get past it, it's possible that debris is also able to collect there. The difference is toilet paper will float and go with the water flow, as where my camera does not do that quite as easily, but when I'm shoving on it as hard as I am and it's not making it over, that could be the culprit. But again, there's no debris buildup anywhere. So this one's still kind of a mystery. And it would require a different point of access to actually advance the camera all the way to the main. I might have to start at maybe the neighbor's house or something. I don't know if it's a confirmed party line with the neighbor, but if it is, it would likely be the one directly to the right of this home. And that is a reference from looking at the front of this house from the street. But as far as I can tell here, we've got good flow all the way to 52 feet, which is in the alleyway. The sewer line is functioning properly all the way out to 52 feet at this time. Beyond that point, unfortunately, I'm unable to get to without a different point of access to go through. There's just too many twists and turns.